Hey guys, this is my review of the Vaxee XE. This is the wired edition. I chose personally to pick this up without the wireless capability just because I feel much comfortable with wired mice instead of wireless. So here's the review. First off, I will start with the cable. The cable is at an angle, which is very, very nice. It kind of has this slight degree forward uh, up in the air that allows it to not get dragged on any sort of table or anything like that, which is very, very nice. It sits about, as you can see down here, it sits about 1 centimeter or half a centimeter above your mouse pad, so which is really nice, so it doesn't cause any drag. Next off, I will say is the most interesting part is the button here. As most people would think that this is a DPI button, it is actually not. This is a button you probably can't see the not lit up light below this light, but it is a button to which it allows you to do extra things, as this is a gaming and workplace mouse. So this button is more so for workplace stuff unless you have like a special macro that you can do within your computer. So how you change this is if you hold both mouse 4 and mouse 5 up here and then you press the button, you'll see it goes to the bottom light. You press it again, it does both of the lights, and you press it one more time and it goes back to the top light. Now they don't do anything crazy. The two lights, I'm pretty sure, bring up an emoji box which allows you to select emojis and everything. The top one is for page down. So if you were to press this button on a web page or anything, it would just do a page down for you, and then the light at the bottom would do a screenshot for you. And I kind of actually feel like that's the most helpful one out of all of them. Now, I just got this mouse back, this Vaxee XE back. I don't know if this is the same one or if my scroll wheel was replaced or anything. However, I would like to say that Vaxee's customer support has been awesome, and they are very, very, very fast to get back to you and handle anything you need. My only issue I've ever had with this mouse, as far as 5 months of having it, was the scroll wheel stuck, and it stuck really, really bad to the point where I would try to push the scroll wheel and nothing would happen. It would be stuck as if almost as if it was glued in place. Now, this was a huge detriment, especially in FPS games where you need to switch weapons and everything, and if you use the scroll wheel to switch weapons, it wasn't obviously it wouldn't work. My main game that I play is Hunt Showdown, so I use this to scroll through all of my items, and it was not working at all, and it got very, very frustrating after a while. So eventually, I hit them up over Twitter, asked them if they would be able to help me out with this. I paid shipping, and they got it back to me within a week, if that. So as far as you can see here, it's working again. So that's really the only issue I've had with it. Now, the the non-mechanical issues that I've had is kind of minor. As you can see, I've pulled the wire cable off so that way you can see this way better. But the only other thing that really has been a detriment with this mouse is the side to side play. You can see that that's quite a lot. This is on mouse 2 and this is on mouse 1. So when I'm playing any FPS games, you when you push down to shoot and you're holding it, and sometimes when you're moving your mouse around your mouse pad, you're if you're heavy-handed, kind of like I am, your finger will mush this kind of like around, and I've felt that a few times happening. So it wasn't too fun. However, eventually I ended up getting over it and not really having to deal with it anymore. The XE is a symmetrical mouse with a pretty flat hump here at the top. It's pretty nice. I enjoy it a lot. I think it's better than a GPX. I know a lot of people kind of correlate the two or try to compare the two, but I feel like the flatter hump is very, very nice compared to a GPX. The only kind of flaw that I see with this shape is if the light will bounce off this, you could see this dip here. Let's see here. This dip right here is extremely aggressive, very, very aggressive, to the point where if you're holding it like you would kind of any other mouse, um, there's like a small pocket where your pinky is. Your pinky does not make contact in any of this. So I'm, of course, used to running with ergo mice. So that's kind of an oddity to me. I mean, coming from ergo mice, this is my first non-ergo mouse, first high-end non-ergo mouse, I should say. And that was very, very odd to me. Again, you can see the dips here are very, very sharp, as you can see again on this side. It's more so just on the right side as to where it's an issue. Again, you can see right there, it's got that extremely aggressive curve going into it. Other than that, I feel like the mouse is a very, very solid and durable mouse. There's like no issues with it other than, of course, the moving of the mouse 1 and 2, the scroll wheel mishap, which I think is just kind of a fluke. But other than that, it is very strong, very durable, no issues. It doesn't need any software, which is awesome. So per the no software, as you can see right here, this is your DPI button. The DPI changes from, I think, 400 to 800, 1600, and 3200, and then back. I set mine to 800, and that's it. This is your pulling rate. I obviously always say to go to the 1000 pulling rate. You really don't want to do anything else. I know there's other pros and everything that play with other pulling rates, but I always say 1000, set it and forget it. This is your click response time. It'll go from 8, 4, 2, but then there's a hidden, a bit of a hidden option. So if we were to click it, of course it's not plugged in. So if we were to click this, it goes to 8, it goes to 4. Then we have 2 lights that are lit up. These 2 lights actually indicate 3. So this will be a click response time of 3 milliseconds. And then if you click it one more time, it goes to 2, which is, of course, the fastest response time. And it comes with the 3389 sensor. The skates are very large, rounded PTFE skates. They're very nice. I don't personally have an issue with them. They're perfectly fine in my opinion, as well as this circular one we have here around the sensor. It works for me on my Aqua Control Plus White. I don't think it's a big detriment. I know a lot of people like to switch their skates out for glass skates, as these are PTFE. Again, I personally think they're fine, so I have no reason to switch them out. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and do a sound test for all of the buttons, and I'll start off with the side buttons here. Here is mouse 4. Here is the back button, mouse 5. Here is left mouse button. Here is right mouse button. Here is the scroll wheel. And one more thing I would like to add is the creaking. Now, I did say that it was a strong and very durable mouse, and I do strongly stand by that. However, when pulling the mouse out of the box and everything, I did notice a slight bit of creaking on the body, but it's nothing you will ever notice um, playing or anything like that, like gripping the mouse or anything. So the place I found it was actually here on the bottom. If you want to hear this now. So as you can hear from all of that, the creaking is just based off of the bottom of the mouse, nothing crazy. Again, if you were to push down on the mouse, grip it or anything like that, press on it, you're not getting any flex, you're not getting any creaking, nothing of this sort. Now, with mouse 1 and mouse 2, with how much post and pre and post travel there is, you can see here there is a little bit of pre-travel. So there's a little bit of pre-travel, and then post-travel, there is quite a lot. Here's the click, and then there's that much. Same with mouse 1. There's like a hair of pre-travel, and then post. Click, click. So there's more post travel than there is pre travel. All in all, when playing and trying to notice it while playing, you're not gonna get anything substantially crazy that you're gonna, in my opinion, that you're gonna want to drop this mouse for anything else if your thing is pre-travel or post-travel. I don't think that's really a factor for this mouse. Reason why I got it as a wired mouse is just because I've never tried mice that are wireless. And I'm an old soul, I guess, and I prefer mice that are wired because I just don't want to be in that predicament where uh, I'm trying to play a game and I totally forget to charge, or I'm worried about the connection going out. I just like the tried and true plug it and forget it, especially with Vaxee. As far as the cable goes, I mean, you'd have to be pretty weak in order to not be able to move this cable. I mean, it is such an insanely flexible cable. This has to probably be the best cable that was ever made for any mice. I mean, it's just insane. It's very, very good. It's very, very well made. I have an Extrafy. Uh, I think it's an M4, or yeah, the Ergo one, not the M42. I think it's the M4, and I mean, it beats that cord, and that was like an easy paracord or something like that. And the Vaxee makes it perfectly fine. So that is my review of the Vaxee XE. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm out of here.